It's supposed to be Michael Lackey for N1, but he hasn't responded yet, so I'm gonna do my Madden game, and knowing my luck, he'll respond while I'm in the middle of it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man drafted in the 3rd round in 2019 from West Virginia. It's Will Greer.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line,
as far as
may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
70, Indy. Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Here, Lord.
And his first look is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They fake the handoff, now Greer. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Well, that's all.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 22 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on third down, Greer. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run? I
am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Greer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Greer on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get second.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on the visit sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 2nd down, Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw on 3rd down, Greer. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go. Let's go. 10-2 stop. Check 59. Here we go. All day defense. All day. All day. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm coming. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We own them.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people.
Where are you? But you said you were gonna be busy tomorrow, right? Okay. Because I was curious if you. No, I'm not. I want to complete the game with you because I have yet to do that. Huh? I'm playing it now. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Jesus. Jesus. Yeah. Uh.
He's in big trouble.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. 1:09 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Caught by Sanu. Shreds into the stiff arm.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Go there. 10-2 stop. Blue jaw force.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Carolina, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.